It is a lovely fall day down here on the bayou, and today I am continuing with my experiments dyeing camouflage utilities. And these are some of the Air Force digital tiger stripe ABU camis. They're no longer issued. They're a couple years out of being issued. And what's great about these is not the camouflage pattern, because this is widely agreed to be an awful camouflage pattern, or at least color scheme. But what's great about these is you can find these right now really inexpensively. If you've got surplus stores near you, or even going online to some of the surplus stores, you can very often get these for $8 or $10 per piece, new or light new. And it's because the Air Force has gone over to the the OCP, because they kind of follow the Army where it comes to camouflage, and they've abandoned this awful camouflage pattern. But what I'm doing is trying to come up with a good night camouflage pattern out of some existing camouflage. And I'm not so much trying to find something that will defeat thermal or night vision. That's way beyond my ken. But I am trying to find something that will pass at night. It's dark enough, but it's got some camouflage capabilities to it, some pattern to it, and also would work a little bit in the daytime. And just about anything would work better than this. Now, one experiment I've already made is I've taken the sage boots and I've dyed them black. And I'm rolling some footage over this right now to show you what these normally look like. And these are the boots that came with or accompanied this ABU pattern. And I think they really came out good. I'm very happy with how they took to the black dye. Very happy with those. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get similar results out of this. Now, what I've done to prep these is very little. I've removed all the nomenclatures and rank insignias and stuff like that. And this is just a personal thing, but I've also removed the bottom two pockets. I don't care for those pockets for filled camis. If you tuck your tops into your bottoms, those pockets get in the way. If you don't tuck but you wear deuce gear or you know, a war belt, they kind of get in the way, or at least become superfluous because you can't access them. So I usually cut those off. And of course you could cut them off and then sew them on here to give yourself an extra pocket, but I didn't elect to do that this time. I'm just going to go with what they give you as far as extra pockets go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dye these together in a combination of black and dark green RIT dye. And because they are half nylon, half cotton, I'm going to throw a little bit of salt and vinegar in there into the water with the RIT dye to help it assimilate it. But basically, there's other videos that are really good about telling you how to do this. But basically, you get the water hot, you put that stuff in there, and you put this stuff in for an hour or more. You turn it over every now and then, and just see what you get. So what we'll do is we're going to dye it, then I'll dry it out and put it on and go out into the woods come dark and see what you think of it. All right, here we are a couple days later, and this, I wanted to get out here in the sun and up against the grass to really give you an idea of how this looks. This is the ACU Air Force Digital Tiger Stripe, and it's been dyed in half and half green and black. And we've really ended up with a very black, kind of gray look. I mean, you can still see the pattern in there. Now, one thing I noticed is the nylon thread did not color. So it jumps out kind of as white. But I'm not at all unhappy with this. If I had it to do it again, I think I would go 1 part green and half a part black. so that I got a little bit more of a green, because there's just, I see no green in there. I really don't. Well, that's not true. I see some green here, but not really a lot. It's really gray. And if you're into what they call urban camouflage, where it's grays and blacks, this is approaching that. As I said, there's still a little bit of pattern there, so it's certainly not black. But it's not purple this time. This came out very gray, and I kind of like it. All right, so again, this is the Sage Air Force Camouflage. I've dyed equal parts green and black. And what I'm going to do is, like I did in the previous video, is just go out into the corners of the property and walk in, carrying my rifle, and just see what it looks like. So there you go. This is the Air Force Sage Camouflage, dyed combination of green and black, and I kind of like it. The green seems to come through more out here at night, and it's so dark that I really think that it'll work good out at night.